I'll be no one, nothing to see. Tell me, how does it feel? Looking into my empty eyes. How does it feel? Looking into my empty eyes. Érezd a szavamban a szűrzavar, és fájdalom, mikor kéred a szívem, és nem adom. Becsukva kis szemem, nem látom az alkit, akit szerettem. Mondjad már, mit tettem? A rózsa bokor nagyra nőtt, a kertben maradt a múlt idő. Most jön ki egy kis könyv. Mondjad, mit érzel? Mondjad, mit érzel, mikor benézel az üres szememben. Here's some stuff about the song that I wrote just now that you just listened to. So this song is called Rózsa bokor, and then in parentheses bitter pill. And originally it was called bitter pill because I was obsessed with the concept of a bitter pill, because when I was cutting my sertraline in half, which is the antidepressant / medication I take for my OCD. Sertraline has the worst taste. Like that, like when you cut it in half and then that powder like dissolves in your mouth, it's so literally bitter. Like I can't. I'm like literally tasting in my mouth right now, and it's so disgusting. Like I mean, I don't literally taste it. You know what I mean? It's like. I've recorded this, like, I've tried to record this 3 times, and I'm seriously so brain dead. I just edited for, like, so long, but at the end of the day, who cares, because I wrote a freaking song, so I can talk about it however I want. Anyways, so I was obsessed with the concept of a bitter pill, and I was like, what is a bitter pill to swallow? And I didn't think about bitter pills again until I was, like, kind of halfway through the song. So when I first started writing the song, I was playing on my guitar, and like I literally always start writing songs with an A chord. I don't know what it is, but like I'll try other chords out, but then I hit on the A chord and I'm like, this one it's just got something special to me. I love A. I love starting with A for some reason. And so the first line of the song goes, it always starts with this. And when I wrote that, I was literally thinking about the A chord. I wasn't thinking about my dad, but I was also thinking about my dad. So naturally the second line was downcast eyes and clenching fists, because that's how I feel about my dad. Like whenever it came from, I saw him, and I don't see him very often, but I always, when I'm around him, have downcast eyes and clenching fists. Like I'm literally like, I am not myself. I turn into kind of a shell of a person, even now in my adulthood. And I wrote my song Secret about him as well, or like not even about him, but kind of about how he affected my life and how he affected my ability to love. And so this song is this was written after Secret, like a good year after Secret, but that's why I kind of am like, I mean, what is the lyric even? Hold on. Maybe I'm still moving on, just tired of the same old song. You never taught me how to love, worse, you forced me from above. So just tired of the same old song is like, I'm basically just writing Secret again. Like I'm basically writing this song over and over again of just like, you never taught me how to love, and now I don't know how to love, and now I'm just like feeling this echo of our relationship, and it is completely tearing me apart even to this day. And so I haven't lived with him since I was 12, because my mom and I got a restraining order on him, so he wouldn't live with us anymore. And so yeah, and that was good because I didn't have to live with him anymore, but it was bad because it seriously fucked my brain up. Like it seriously screwed me up. He used to come to my window like every night, and I remember so distinctly the like image of his headlights like lighting up my whole room, and he would like be just standing outside my window, and I would turn off all my lights and just lie in bed and pretend that I wasn't home. And that is kind of how my brain feels when I'm with him. And I didn't talk to him for like 8 years, or 6, like until I was 18. I didn't really speak to him. I didn't return his calls, but he had called me evil a lot. Like he was like, I don't even know if you're my daughter. I don't even know who you are. Like, I don't know why you would treat me like this. But I was treating him like that because he abused me and my mom pretty bad. And this song is about that abuse. And specifically, you call this shit a family. Well, anyone can clearly see the mom is shaking, barely breathing, the kid alone, the rod is seeping. Like, my mom was not a person. Like, she had become a total shell of the person because of the abuse that he had put on us. And it is just, like, me and her don't have any real memories of that time. Like, the thing that I'm really upset about, I think, at the end of the day is, like, because in a way my childhood was robbed from me by him for the sake of, he wanted me to be this like prodigy essentially, because he never got to do all the things that he wanted to do as a child. And so he had a child and he was like, you have to do all of them the way that I would have done it. And the truth is I can't be him. Like, I can't be that kind of person. I can't be this like sports star, prodigy, genius. Every time I talk about my dad's abuse towards my mom, I can't articulate it correctly, and I feel like whenever I talk about it, it's not bad enough. Like, it's not, but I guess I sang the song, right? So just like listen to I literally want to cry even just like talking about it, because it weighs on me so heavily all the time. And literally I cried last night about it, being like, I don't know why I can't talk to him. Like, I don't know why I can't, like, it was his birthday on the 5th, and I called him, and it honestly just breaks my heart. Like, it literally breaks my heart because it's been so long, and it feels like my fault, even though it's not my fault. And so, the reason I called this song Rózsa bokor is because when I was a kid, he used to have this garden that he took care of. Because he has a green thumb, and so does my mom, actually. They both have green thumbs, but in different ways. He has a green thumb of, like, he loves flowers, and he loves really beautiful plants, and he loves letting beauty grow. And my mom is more like, she takes kind of half-dead plants and revives them. Like, there's like an alleyway behind her house, and people constantly are throwing away half-dead plants, and she always picks them up and like makes them grow and thrive, and it's so beautiful. But my dad, specifically when I was a kid, I remember this garden that he had, and we only had this house for like 1 to 2 years. He was really, really bad with money, so we would constantly lose houses. And like, I think we had maybe 2 houses that we lived in, but maybe just 1. But that house I remember very vividly. I loved it. It was so beautiful. It was in the hills. It was literally so gorgeous, and it had this huge backyard, and he had this garden in it, and it was so beautiful. And I remember so vividly thinking about how beautiful it was. And it's one of my few good memories of childhood, of like being there with him and him walking me through his plants. And honestly, I wanted to record a different song, but for some reason my heart just kept coming back to this one, and I don't even think it's my best performance of this song, but I still wanted to post it anyways. And then take it back to the lies you told, only to ease your own damn soul. What a bitter pill to swallow. That is me speaking directly to him, because he is constantly lying to himself about what happened. He's completely incapable of accepting the way that he treated my mom and I. Like, he cannot admit it to himself. He thinks purely that we are doing this to spite him. Like, he doesn't understand. He constantly asks me why, and I tell him why. And I tell him stories from when I was a child. I tell him about when he wanted me to be doing math homework, but for some reason the Teletubbies was on the TV next to me, and he yelled at my mom for, like, how dare you let my kid watch this crap, and he punched in the TV. I was literally like 7, and I told him that, being like, I mean, there was shit like that all the time. And he laughed, and he was like, yeah, it's a bad show, it would make you stupid, like, ha 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 ha. It's so funny looking back on it now, right? And I'm like, fuck no, that was scary. That was literally so scary for me when I was a kid. And there's just so many stories like that. Like, my mom was basically at his beck and call, like, driving me to all the things that he needed me to go to, and, like, we were both completely miserable. And, like, there were times where we were living in like, what's it called, motorhomes. Like, we lived in a motorhome for, like, I don't know, 6 months ish, and, like, she would be, like, taking me to, like, I think he sold her car while she was overseas to, like, have that instead of, like, fucking taking care of the house that she found. It was, like, a whole thing. It's, like, a whole thing that I can't even go into because I don't know how. It literally is so many stories that are compounded that, again, I don't even know how to explain. Like, it just is so much. And it's such a bitter pill. It literally is just every day. It's a freaking bitter pill that I have to swallow of my past. And the last thing I want to say is the thing about empty eyes is he is the only one that sees me with these empty eyes. Like, the way sometimes when I'm with him, I look in a mirror and I have truly empty eyes. It's like I completely disappear. It's like the person that I am, like, my entire personality, everything that makes me me disappears. I'm not able to even be there. And it really is like I'm like emo. Like, I am emo. And I just feel so emo in those moments where I'm just like, I am gone. Like, I am nothing. I'm nothing out of survival.